Okay, I'm gonna kill that gold sculpture real quick, and then we'll move on. Now, you're probably gonna ask me how I'm supposed to get that gold sculpture token. Well, you climb the wall, just like that. Yeah, I don't know how many people knew about that when they played this game for the first time. I mean, one time I used the lens of truth so that way I could see whether or not there was something hidden on the wall, so that way I can climb it. But no, there's nothing there. It's just a wall, and you have to climb it. Now, Darude is said to go to the top of the mountain where I'll meet the Great Fairy, but I'm not going to do that quite yet, because now that I have bombs, I can now do a few side quests that require them. Well, the majority of these side quests take place in Goron City, so that's where I'm headed. Oh yes, once again, inside this wall, there's a treasure chest that contains a purple rupee, which is worth 50 rupees, but I'm not going to get that purple rupee quite yet, because there's going to be a part later on in the game that requires a lot of rupees, so I'll get that purple rupee off screen. So for now, let's just do a few side quests. Alright, I'm going to go to the left where those boulders are, and beyond that path is a gold sculpture, but first, you have to contend with the boulder maze. Now, I wouldn't exactly say the boulder maze is really hard. You just have to know which boulder to destroy, and once you know which one to destroy, then the maze should be easy. Alright, first boulder you want to destroy is this one, as well as the one that's behind it. Oh wow, I didn't take any damage. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to back away, so yeah, I was trying to see if I can roll out of the way, but yeah, I got hit, but I didn't take any damage. That's awesome. Alright, last boulder you want to destroy is this one. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, once you know the pathway, this maze is easy. Alright, the gold sculpture is inside of that crate. I'm gonna throw a bomb in it and not roll into the crate, because if I do that, then the gold sculpture is gonna spawn on top of me and I'll take damage. No, I don't want to talk to that. Alright, line myself up and go. Alright, there we go. Now, inside these two treasure chests, each of them contain a purple rupee. Once again, I'm not going to get those purple rupees quite yet because, as I said before, there's going to be a part later on in the game that requires a lot of rupees, so I'll get those purple rupees off screen. Now, that giant Goron that's rolling about, I'll deal with him in just a second, just as soon as I do something about that bombable wall that's down there. Now, this bombable wall. You want to blow it up, and when you do, there's going to be a few more bombable walls for you to blow up. And once you bomb them all, you'll see a huge Goron named Goron. And once you're an adult, he's going to sell you a sword called the Giant's Knife. It's really expensive, so I never once bought it. So the Giant's Knife is basically a powered-down version of another sword called the Bigoron Sword, except that the Giant's Knife breaks after a few uses, whereas the Bigoron Sword never breaks, it's free, but you have to go through a huge training sequence in order to get it. Alright, here's the big guy himself. Alright, let's see what he has to say. It's going to take a while? Okay, how long? 5 or 6 years? Why should you take that long to make a sword? If it's something like a sculpture, then I understand, but 5 to 6 years? That's too long. Okay, there's that giant Goron. Okay, now you want to make your way over to that little tunnel over there where you're going to see a sign, and when you read it, you're going to see exactly what you have to do in regards to that rolling Goron. Alright, the sign says, if you want to stop my wild rolling, you might get something great. Hot water Goron. Alright, how close is he? Okay, here he comes. Okay, you want to take out a bomb and throw it, and hopefully... Alright, there we go. Alright, you have to stop that rolling Goron in this tunnel only. Anywhere else won't work. Okay, now this giant Goron is going to give me the big bomb bag, which means I can now carry up to 30 bombs. That's good. Okay, now you want to get out of the way because he immediately starts rolling again. Alright, next place I'm going to go is, I'm going to go to the Lost Woods because I'm going to get another upgrade for one of my items. In this case, it's the Deku Nuts. Alright, now that I have bombs, I can now blow up a certain boulder, so that way I can get to that certain Deku Nut upgrade. Okay, hopefully I remember the right path, because, yeah, all these pathways look the same. Okay, I think it's straight ahead, and I have to take a few more pathways. Okay, I believe the pathway is to the left. Okay, there's that boulder that you want to blow up, not the boulder that you previously saw back there. Alright, blow it up. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm going to switch to the Deku Shield real quick, so that way I can bounce the Business Scrub's projectile back into its face, so that way I don't take damage. Okay, it's that Business Scrub to the left that you want to talk to, not the one that's over to the right. I don't know what he's selling. Alright, how much for it? 40 rupees? Okay, I'll gladly take it. And with that, I can now carry up to 30 Deku Nuts. I'm just going to take those rupees that the Business Scrub left behind, because, hey, every little bit helps. Alright, I'm going to switch back to the Hylian shield because I'm going to need it for where I'm going a little bit later on. Alright, hopefully I remember the way back. Okay, so far so good. I mean, yeah, sometimes I get nervous when it comes to going back to Goron City, taking this path because, yeah, as I said before, everything around here looks the same. Okay, I did it. Yeah, I still got it. Okay, I think I'm all done in terms of side questing in Goron City, so it looks like I'm free to head up the mountain so that way I can talk to the Great Fairy. Well, actually, I'm still not going to go to the Great Fairy quite yet because there's still a few more things that I want to do. You'll see once I eventually get there. Okay, anything inside these pots? Okay, rupees. Alright, I'll gladly take those rupees. As I said before, every little bit helps. Okay, once I get to the top of the mountain, I'm going to go to a place called Death Mountain Crater. Now, I know that's not a very good idea because I don't have the Goron tunic yet, which only adult Link can use, and I can only spend about a minute in there. But don't worry, I won't be in there for long. I'm just going to get a gold sculpture token and a piece of heart, so I should spend less than a minute inside of the crater. But first I have to get past those boulders that are blocking my path. Okay, the first one's easy, but as for the next one, well, you have to time your throwing correctly so that way you could destroy the boulder. Alright, let's see if I can do it. Okay, wait a second, and go. Oh, come on, that was right on target. How did that not blow up? Alright, let's try again. Okay, seriously, it really looks like the boulder should blow up. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. I didn't botch the jump this time because, yeah, sometimes that tends to happen. Okay, I got a red rupee. That's good. Alright, if I blow up that boulder, then it's going to lead to an underground cavern of some sort. There's nothing really of interest there except for a few rupees, a cow, and a few hearts. Yeah, every time you come down here, there's always going to be some rupees for you to collect. Well, I guess it's a good place to collect rupees, but I wouldn't exactly say it's really the best. There are places that you can collect rupees. Okay, this pathway here, you're going to be dealing with volcanic eruptions, and you want to bend over so that way you can defend yourself against those flaming rocks. Yeah, I don't know how this is even possible. I mean, I don't think Link's head is even protected against these flaming rocks, so yeah, I don't know how he's not getting a concussion because of all these boulders. Nintendo logic, I guess. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything like this in cartoons. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a few cartoons I've watched over the years, and I don't think I've seen any scenarios like that in certain cartoons. Nope, I can't think of any. Oh yes, you can actually roll around here so that way you could possibly avoid taking damage from these boulders. I've done it once, but I think you have to time it correctly. Okay, I think that's it for the volcanic eruptions. Okay, I'm just going to kill those sculptures on the wall real quick. Alright, that one up there. Alright, there we go. Yeah, about rolling around in hopes of avoiding taking damage from those boulders. Yeah, I did it once, but yeah, I'm not really sure if I could do it because, as I said, I have to time the rolls correctly. Alright, there we go. Okay, I don't think that wall sculpture is going to leave anything of interest behind, so I'm just going to move on. Eventually. Alright, there we go. Okay, over here we have Gabor, but I'm not going to talk to him quite yet because, well, he's going to take me down the mountain, and I'm not ready to do that yet. Alright, here we are, inside of Death Mountain Crater. Now, as I said before, I can't spend a whole lot of time in here because I don't have the Goron tunic yet. Okay, the gold sculpture inside of this crate, and I have to kill it real quick. A minute and 4 seconds. You know, I believe the time you spend here depends on how much heart you have. I mean, one time I went here and I think I had like less than a minute and I didn't have a whole lot of hearts left. So yeah, I think it kind of varies whether or not you have a lot of hearts left. And the piece of heart is inside of this little alcove here. There we go. So yeah, one time I came here with 7 hearts and I think I had like, I think exactly 1 minute or maybe less than that. And I was wondering, wait, why is that so? I mean, last time I came in here, I had a minute and 4 seconds. So yeah, I think it all depends on how many hearts you have, which determines how much time you could spend in here. Okay, with that done, I'm going to blow up this wall so that way I could get access to the Great Fairy. Okay, anything inside of here? Okay, nothing. Alright, and here is the Great Fairies Fountain, and if you want to summon the Great Fairy, then you have to stand over here and play Zelda's Lullaby. Yeah, once again, whenever you see the Triforce, that prompts you to take out your Ocarina and play Zelda's Lullaby. Alright, get ready to see the Great Fairy. Yeah, this is what the Great Fairy looks like. Okay, I don't know what to make of this character. I think someone was trying to go for the seductive look and failed miserably. And I'm supposed to believe that this game is rated E. I'm surprised the appearances of the Great Fairies weren't modified in the 3DS version. I mean, you'd think they would do that in the 3DS version, but no. They still look the same as they do here. Anyway, this Great Fairy is going to give me a magic meter as well as a spin technique. So, I have to hold down B, and when it's fully charged, I unleash a magical spin attack. But of course, I don't have to do this. I can actually unleash a spin attack without charging up. But the problem with that is, it's kind of hard to do so. I think it's kind of easier when you do it when playing with a game controller, which I'm not using right now. Yeah, I'm not really going to use a magical spin attack because I don't feel the need to do that. Of course, this does consume some magic power, so make sure to use your magic power wisely. Okay, I believe she's going to tell me something else. Okay, she's going to tell me that there's another Great Fairy that's near Cat Creek. No, not Cat Creek Village. Yeah, Hyrule Castle. Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of forgot the location for a second. Okay, anything else you're going to say? Okay, will do. Alright, and with that, I now have a magic meter. Alright, now I'm going to talk to Kapora because he's going to give me a lift down the mountain. Oh yeah, that's much quicker than climbing down the mountain myself. Well, at least he's good for something instead of just flying around and talking to me very slowly. Well, I guess I get to see a nice change of scenery. Well, actually, I think this is mandatory for you to ask Kapora to take you down the mountain because he's going to leave you on a certain house in Cat Creek Village, and you're going to get a piece of card once you step off of the top of the house. Alright, go down here and go inside of here. Okay, sorry about that. I guess the camera wasn't working with me. And you get a piece of card right next to this cow. Alright, now that Great Fairy said that there's another Great Fairy in near Hyrule Castle, so I'm going to go there. Excuse me. And here we are again, outside of Hyrule Castle. Now, the next Great Fairy Fountain is all the way at a dead end in this area. Yeah, it's right over there where that boulder is. So you want to use a bomb to blow up that boulder, and then you'll see a hole in the wall, and you want to go inside that hole, and that's where the Great Fairy Fountain is. Okay, good. I didn't struggle getting inside of the hole this time, because occasionally that does happen. And yes, all the Great Fairies in this game look exactly the same, just like the first one we saw. Still, I don't know why those people designed the Great Fairies to look like that. Anyway, what we're going to get from this Great Fairy is something called Dense Fire. So it's basically a spell that launches a fire attack. And no, I'm not going to use it for demonstration purposes because I'm bound to use Dense Fire later on in the game. Oh wow, look at this posture. Is he trying to seduce me? If so, then it's not going to work. I'm like, what, 9 years old? And how old is she? Well, does she even have an age? You know, I never really thought of that. Well, anyway, the point is, I'm a kid, she's an adult, well, I assume she's an adult. It's just not going to work. Oh wow, now look at that posture. The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Master Quest, rated E for everyone. Or at least that's what they want us to believe. And there we go, we have Dense Fire. So, in addition to using it for attacking purposes, we can also use Dense Fire to light things up. Well, I'm not going to use Dense Fire for attacking purposes because it does consume quite a bit of magic power. I'll use Dense Fire when I absolutely have to use it. Which is going to be later on in the game, especially when I get to the Fire Temple. Okay, my business here is done, so let's move on. Alright, so I'm going to head back to Castletown. But I'm going to get caught by the guards first on purpose, so that way I can get back there a little quicker. I mean, I could go through that structure, but yeah, that's going to really consume my time, so yeah, this is the faster way. Alright, so once I get back to Castletown, I'm going to call it an episode. So I'm just going to stop in a certain place that I'm pretty sure all of you are very well familiar with. Anyway, next time, we're going to play a little game. It's called Bomb Chew Bowling. And I can guarantee you this. I am not going to enjoy this game.